Good morning. Many years ago when I was young, I was attending Pearl River Community College in Poplarville. One of my courses was Western Civilization. The teacher was very good. On one of our tests, the whole class failed, including me. We should have paid attention to the lecture and read the text. If we had even read our notes that we took during the lecture, we would have all done a lot better on the exam. But we didn't, and the test scores reflected that. The teacher provided us with all the information we needed to pass the test. He even showed us where to get the answers. But due to our poor preparation, everyone in the class made a very poor grade. The teacher wanted us to do good on that test. Today's reading from Isaiah puts me in the mind of that class and that test. God says he wants to teach us for our own good. He wants to lead us in the right way. He says to the people, "If only you had listened to my commandments, your prosperity would have been like a river and your trust like the waves of the sea. Your descendants would have been like the sand and your offspring as many as its grains." God teaches us the right way and gives us the commandments as a path to follow. He wants us to prosper, and he wants us to learn. If we follow the right path, our success will be assured. If we follow God, we will be like that tall, healthy tree. And if we don't, we will all be like trash. One day last week, or the week before, on our ride to Mass, the sky was dark and gray. Everything was dark, cold, windy, and gray. Even at 7:30 a.m., it was so dark that it almost seemed like evening. But inside Most Holy Trinity Church was a different world, warm and peaceful. The altar lights twinkled, the vaulted ceilings gleamed, even in the dim light from the stained glass windows. I sat in my usual pew, not really praying or meditating, just trying to listen to what the Spirit might say if I quieted down enough to hear it. This simple thing, I think, is what today's reading from Isaiah is asking us to do. We have to find ways to listen in order to allow God to teach us what is for our own good and to lead on the way we should go. But this is unlikely to happen on a busy street or at a noisy office party. That day in morning Mass reminded me that this Advent we should prepare for the birth of Christ by trying to follow God's teachings. Questions like, what is God's will for our lives? What paths our lives should follow? Ironically, this is not likely to happen during the hustle and bustle of the holiday season than the rest of the year, unless we make a conscious effort to prepare for Christmas by observing Advent. So give yourself an Advent gift today. Spend at least 15 minutes in Most Holy Trinity or some other meditative space and let God teach and lead you. See what you learned and carry it on in your life. Amen.